10 inches from the last one, I got another one. That's history. That's lost history right there, guys. Good morning, guys. Unfrequented World, and I'm back at the site that I refer to as Colonial. Haven't been here since I got the knocks. Now this site here is actually the site of the first English that were here in Canada. So this is on one of the trade routes that they would come through. There was a fort that we found in behind here, and there's this hill and trail that goes off through the bush here. And I hadn't really given it a lot of thought. Digging here, we've dug jars of musket balls, like 250, 300-year-old musket balls. We found old redcoat, British soldier pocket knives, things like that. These are early trade routes where they brought little metal arrowheads in for the natives, jangle beads for the women's dresses, all kinds of stuff, jewelry, rings, trade goods. We found all of it. Buttons from English, French, unknown, all found here. And this is also the site of a battle. Those musket balls that we were finding here, I mean hundreds of them. There was a story which was told to me that the Iroquois actually attacked the English here, and that's why we found all those musket balls. It's not something I had thought of. I just assumed it's a trade route carrying canoes. These guys had 5 tons of goods in these 30-foot canoes back in the day. We have all the history papers that document exactly. It's mind-blowing, this stuff. We didn't learn any of this stuff in school. They didn't tell us that any of this was here. And we're right on the edge of where you can detect and where you can't detect. So I have not had the knocks here, and I'm going to today run it through here and see what we can find, what the other machines have missed. And I may go further out into the swamp where we've never been. It's pretty wet and cold this time of year, but I may get desperate enough to try it, because that's where I pulled the pristine colonial axe head that looked like it just fell out of the canoe the day before, kind of thing. It was down in the peat bog, 14, 16 inches, and not a speck of rust on it. The video's on the channel for that, guys. All kinds of good videos from this site. Let's see what we can pull today. So I know it's hard to see that we're on a little knoll right here, but coming down this hill, all down this hill, till you get down into the bottom, and another 75 yards over there, hundreds of musket balls. So it's like down a hill, then up a hill over there. And this was the scene of some great battle back in the day, right here. I just came 400 yards through the bush, guys. And I came to this weird embankment, which we've never been off the trail on this side before. I just found a real piece of history. I was telling you guys about trade arrows, metal arrows that the English would trade to the natives. I just got one. Look at this weird ridge. It's really hard to see on the camera, but it runs 100 yards down that way, and it runs all up behind me like it was some kind of maybe embankment, like a safety wall or something, I don't know. And then there's a deep flat right there. I don't know. Look at this. Look at that. That's history. That's 250, 300-year-old history right there, guys. Some of the first trade arrows were brought here by the redcoats, and that's one of them. Hand forged. You can see where it was hit right in the middle. It's not perfectly flat. Oh, I'm the last guy to find one. Both Stan and John each have one, so I've got one now too. 10 inches from the last one, I got another one. So the first one came out of here on this side bank, and the second one came out of right here. Look at this. There's another one. Oh, that makes my day right there, guys. I'm gonna call this a wall because you can't see it on the camera, but that's an 8-foot drop down there to those ferns. And I'm gonna swing the whole top of this wall right here. You can see the curve of it there. And we're just going to see what else we can get. And then I'm going to do the flat down there. I just went back to get my pack sack, and I came in. This way is a little clearer down below. But look at, now you can see the wall that I'm talking about. That berm, was that a defensive berm from 100 years ago? And was there a fort or something right here? My detector's up there on the hill still, you can see it. Okay, well there's an old square nail here on top of this berm. Okay, I'm just working the berm in the other direction. I think I've solved the mystery of those square nails. There's a fence here. So I don't know. Late 1800s, somebody was farming in here, but so maybe fence posts, that's what those square nails I found were from. I'm pretty sure the British redcoats didn't use razor wire. Pretty sure. I'm down here on the flat area now, and 122 lead, that's all I found so far. So I guess there wasn't a fort here, I don't know. It looks, you know, in my head it played out perfect. They had a berm, a wall surrounding it, but not getting any iron even, so that's not the case. Maybe I just lucked out on those two arrowheads. He was just sitting there having lunch on the little wall one day and he dropped them out of his pocket, I guess. I don't know. Blackberries. There's a good snack. So I just spent an hour bushwhacking, guys. I was head down looking at the detector, just going for an hour and a half, trying to get new ground, find new ground, further and further off the trail back there. And I can't say I got lost because you could hear the highway way off in the distance, so you couldn't get lost. But always carry your GPS with you because it led me, the fastest route out was back to the power line, you know, maybe a mile to the power line, and then I hiked out the power line, which meant fighting raspberry canes and all that crap, blackberry for an hour and a half, but lifesaver, quickest route out following this. Otherwise I would have been cutting through the swamp, and that's just, you know, head down, too involved in detecting, not paying attention to where I'm going, so it can happen to anyone. Always carry your GPS or a compass. So we're at a little beach slash park for this afternoon. Just gonna try in here. There should be old stuff. It's 50s, 40s, somewhere in that range. Of course I gotta do the bush while I'm here. And 2 feet down there, I'm not exaggerating, some kind of old axle or something, I don't know. That took me 20 minutes to get out. So many roots, and I just couldn't give up. Curiosity was killing me. All for that piece of junk. Well, there's a nice stone-lined creek here, so I'm gonna give it a go. Okay, 2 pennies stuck together in the same hole. This should at least give us an idea of age for the park, hopefully. 71 and a 73. Meh. Well, I think this park has potential. 1961. 1959, so we are in the right era. Hey, that's the most money I found all day today. Surface find. That's real Canadian money, eh? Come on, you. Come on. I was gonna say I can't keep them out of the water, but I'm in the water too, so I can't blame them. I'm gonna do this whole beach here. Well, so far the beach has not been kind to me. We've got the 12 gauge Canuck shell, 22 shell, split shot, a screw, and some kind of nutty bolty thing. Oh, and a penny, that's in my good pouch. Okay, that's a new one for me, guys. I don't know what it is. The little fins, they move on it. No idea. Let me know in the comments below. No idea. 5 hours on the machine, guys. 2 hours here in the park. Handful of pennies, bunch of junk. 10 Canuck cents. So one could say that today was a bust, except for those little beauties. When I dug those, I was going to say, I don't need to dig anything else today to make my day. And I didn't. Those are amazing old finds. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next video.